Nice to see you guys are back. Today's lesson is going to be on absolute value. And from the last video, we learned that absolute value is the distance of a number from 0 on the number line. And whenever we take the absolute value of any number, it will always be positive. We just got to remember these two things. It's actually a very easy concept. We just got to remember that the absolute value is the distance of a number from 0 on the number line. And the absolute value of a number is always positive. So this question is asking which of the following equations best represents the absolute value of negative 70. So we want to see which one of these equations down here best represents the absolute value. Or in other words, if we were to take the absolute value of negative 70, which one of these would be our answer? Okay? So the very first thing that I want you guys to understand is whenever we take the absolute value of a number, the absolute value means these two lines. Do you guys see these two lines? That's the symbols that we use in math when we take the absolute value of a number. And the first thing we got to understand is that whenever we take the absolute value of a number, the whole entire number needs to be inside. Do you guys see how negative 70 is inside of those two lines there? So that's incorrect form. You guys see over here what's wrong here with this equation here? Do you guys see how the negative is outside of those two lines? Now, whenever we take the absolute value of a number, everything needs to go inside of that number. And since we're taking the absolute value of negative 70, that means that the negative has to be inside of our absolute value lines. Do you guys see this one here? There's no negative, so that one can't be our answer either. And this one is in correct form. So right off the bat, we can eliminate two answers and two answer choices, and that would be answer choice B, because the negative is not inside of our lines. You got to look at little simple things like that. And the second one is going to be C, because they forgot the negative also inside of our little lines here. So we're left with two answer choices, and we got to see which one of these best represents the absolute value of negative 70. Well, I told you guys right now, or as we read down here, the absolute value is the distance of a number from 0 on the number line, and the absolute value is always positive. So whenever you take the absolute value of a number, you should end up with a positive answer. And basically what they're asking you is how far is negative 70 away from 0 on a number line? If we were to draw a number line, let's do a really quick number line. Say this is 0, and I'm going to count in multiples of 10. This is negative 10. And then negative 20, negative 30, negative 40, negative 50, negative 60, and negative 70. I ran out of space, so it looks kind of weird. But I just want to, well, the question is asking how far is negative 70 from 0 on the number line? Well, if we were to count by 10, that would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So negative 70 is 70 units away. That's how far away that number is located from 0 on the number line. Okay? And you just have to remember, if you don't understand this, that's okay. Some people just they just don't get this. So you just got to remember that the absolute value is always positive. Whenever you take the absolute value of a number, you should always end up with a positive answer. So if we take the absolute value of negative 70 here, we should end up with a positive answer. Is this a positive answer? Do you guys see that negative sign? That negative makes this answer choice wrong, therefore making D our correct answer. And again, let's check. Negative 70, is it inside both of those lines? Yes, it is. And the absolute value of a number is always positive. So the absolute value of negative 70 would be positive 70. And so it's a very simple concept. You just got to remember that whenever we take the absolute value of a number, we're always going to end up with a positive answer. And again, because we're talking about distance, how far away that number is from 0 on a number line. And so negative 70 is 70 units away from 0 on a number line. Okay? And I'm just going to create maybe a few more examples so you guys can understand this a little bit better. If we were to take the absolute value of negative 50, again, the absolute value is always positive. So what's the absolute value of negative 50? It would be positive 50. Now we're to take the absolute value of negative 40. What would our answer be? How far away is negative 40 from 0 on number line? It would be 40 units. And we got to remember the absolute value is always positive. So we're just going to change it to a positive answer. And let's just do one more. Let's do negative 30. So the absolute value, what would the absolute value of negative 30 be? How far away is negative 30 from 0 on a number line? That would be 30 units away. Or we could remember that the absolute value of a number, once we take it, it's always positive. We should end up with a positive answer. So that's pretty much it. It's a very simple concept, one of the easiest ones. So you just got to remember what the absolute value is. The absolute value is how far away a number is from 0 on a number line. And we got to remember, whenever we take the absolute value of a number, we should always end up with a positive answer. Okay, thank you very much. See you guys next time.